And I just saw Aquaman. I know it opens in a couple of weeks, I think 2 weeks from the time this should be posted in America. This, shockingly, is not a good movie. Now, it's not as mind-numbingly stupid or just incompetently bad as Justice League, but that's not saying a whole lot. For one thing, this movie is a tonal mess. They'll go for humor, and then it'll have lots of action, and then it'll try to have this emotional beat, and then back to humor, and the movie's a complete tonal mess. But the other thing is, and there's going to be some major spoilers here coming up, this is an incredibly, almost ineptly written script. First of all, the movie assumes you're stupid for watching it. It has to spell out every single thing, every character's motivations. It's not that we can see a character is maybe conflicted, or maybe we get a scene of a character doing something that is weighing on his conscience. We have to be told. The movie constantly tells us exactly what is happening. It's also full of fight scenes that just go on and on and on and on and on and on, which is really a staple of the DC movies at this point. Like Wonder Woman, one of the many problems I had with Wonder Woman was Wonder Woman throws Ares into something, Ares throws Wonder Woman into something, Wonder Woman throws Ares into something, Ares throws Wonder, and that went on for like 9 minutes. This movie's like that too. Hey look, Nicole Kidman is fighting a lot of these Atlantean guys. 2 minutes later you're going, still fighting a lot of these Atlantean guys. Really? We're just gonna keep doing this because excitement, right? No, not. This movie has so much CGI in it, I don't think it qualifies as a live-action film. I think Aquaman is a cartoon that happens to have actors' faces appear in them now and then. The CGI, for a film that costs this much, some of the CGI is alarmingly bad. There are moments where I'm like, did you guys render this on an Xbox 360? Because that was awful, given the budget you have. Which is something you see in a lot of big budget movies these days, where you have to ask yourself, how is the CGI this bad in a movie that cost this much? I don't get it. It's also full of a lot of those physics doesn't work like that moments. There are so many moments in this movie where you just are saying to yourself in the back of your head, that's not how physics works. Also, this movie, there is zero reason for this movie to be over 2 hours long. It does not need it. The editor and me could have taken 30 minutes out of this movie. You would not have lost one inkling of the story. And I also don't know who the hell's idea it was for Bro Aquaman. I don't know. I hate this Bro Aquaman thing. You know, my man! And in this, he's all, this is awesome! And he is just as bro-y as you can get. And he's got these, I think the writers think they're being clever and quippy, but he's got these little quips that they just are so bad. I don't care what you call this ritual combat thing. I call it an ass whooping! Oh, God, the dialogue in this movie is, if it's not outright telling you you're stupid so I have to spell this out for you, it's cringe-inducingly bad. But now we're going to get into spoilers from this point forward. I'm not going to be going chronologically because I was just kind of writing down my notes as I thought of them. You have not once, but 2 fake-out deaths where, a character's dead, wait, they miraculously survived and they come back at some point later in the plot. And the plot also only moves forward because characters act stupid. Every character has to make the dumbest possible decision out of all available options to move the plot forward. Then you couple that with the fact that Jason Momoa cannot act. The man is just awful in this. Atlanteans. And all of the other races. There are other, merman races and things like that for the 7 kingdoms. There's not just Atlantis, there's an underwater kingdom in every one of the 7 oceans. They all speak English. And I don't just mean speaking English for the sake of the audience. They speak English to each other and to humans. They are also speaking English. Even in flashbacks to thousands of years ago, they are speaking English. That's awful stupid. Then you have the fact that a lot of this movie takes place at the bottom of the ocean, and you go, it is shockingly well lit at the bottom of the ocean. Almost like this was all shot on a soundstage and added later. Plus you have the fact that we know sound travels differently underwater, but apparently not. Voices are all exactly like they would be on the surface. Explosions. There's even like this weird flame effect that some of the characters have underwater. I know it's probably not supposed to be fire, but you're like, again, that's not how that works. There's this ham-fisted ecological message in this movie. When Oren wants to take over the surface world. He's sick of living in fear of the surface world, finding them and living in secret and blah, blah, blah. We're better than them. We're stronger. We're faster. The humans should be bowing to us. Blah, 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 blah. Evil speeches kind of thing. They literally use tidal waves across the planet to push all submarines, boats, and every speck of human garbage and litter out of the oceans onto all the coastal environments of every continent and island in the world as a warning to humans, stay out of our oceans. And then Oren's got this giant speech about, they've been polluting our oceans and we've just been taking it. They wouldn't take it if we were polluting their surface. We have to fight. Oh my, seriously, at one point I expected Captain Planet to come out and start giving me the message at the end of the episode. I was like, oh my god. Then you have there's this weird thing, because you get news footage throughout this, because remember, Justice League happened. The world knows the Earth was being invaded by aliens. They know about Steppenwolf. He's mentioned once in dialogue. They know Superman exists. They know Flash and all this. They know what happened in Suicide Squad. They know superhuman things exist. Yet when a guy is on the TV news talking about this is from Atlantis, they dismiss him like, what is he, like an Alex Jones? Atlantis doesn't exist. Get this kook off the air. So, aliens exist, extra-dimensional beings exist, Amazons exist, but Atlantis? That's a bridge too far. You're just some crazy lunatic. Atlantis. Speaking of the Justice League movie, literally the entire world is in jeopardy here. Okay? Oren is trying to take over the planet. He's trying to wage war on the surface. Never once does Aquaman say something like, you know what, I know about this Batman and a Wonder Woman and a Superman and a Flash and a Cyborg that maybe we should be calling for help. They know they're down on they know they're probably not going to survive this, but he never once is like, you know what? I've got these people that might really be able to help us. I get it. The actors probably have X number of appearances in their contracts, but I mean, Batman had it was more than a cameo, but a relatively large appearance in Suicide Squad, but he couldn't have a cameo in Aquaman. You couldn't get even a mention of Superman's off planet doing something or anything. The Justice League is like I said, they mention Steppenwolf in the events of Justice League, but then all these other characters, it's like, yeah, whatever. I did not like this movie. This is a bad movie. Now, you're all gonna say, oh, but it's so much fun. It's big dumb fun. Just turn your brain off. It's fun. You don't like anything, Josh. Maybe you're right. This movie, it is technically a step up from Justice League, but I don't know how you could get worse than Justice League, but you get my point. This is not a good movie. This is not going to help DC get back on top. And also, just from some behind the scenes that we know, this film has 3 different scenes that are setting up sequels that are not resolved in this movie. And they're setting up specific Aquaman sequels. I don't think we're ever going to see those, because we all know after Wonder Woman 2, they're sort of rebooting everything and blah, blah, blah. So parts of this movie are just, yeah, that was a totally pointless scene. You could have cut that. And that's not even getting into how bad Black Manta's motivation is in this. He and his father hijack and subs so they can steal their weapons and sell them on the black market, i.e. to terrorists, and Aquaman kills Black Manta's father, so that's why he needs to kill Aquaman, because he took my father from me! Yeah, you were scum. You deserve to have your father killed, you scumbag. The movie sort of treats it like there's even a montage of him building the suit with the help of the Atlanteans, and it's got this upbeat music like we're supposed to go, yeah, he's on a righteous crusade. Black Manta's out there to make the Aquaman pay for it. No, fuck you. And fuck this movie.